Welcome to Above Par. I'm your host, Kathy Hartwood. I show you how to take more of your talent to the golf course without practicing harder, taking more lessons, or buying new equipment. I show you how to end the frustration of underperforming so you can start playing to your potential. This is where you are going to learn how to think above par so you can play below par. Let's get to it. Hello, my golf friend. Welcome back to Think Above Par. I'm super happy that you're here. I hope you're having a beautiful summer. So this is a question I get all the time. How do you move from a negative place to a positive place on the golf course? It's challenging. It's hard. I'm ticked off and I can't get myself to a place where I feel better. And this is the thing. If you're trying to go from pissed off to calm on the golf course, you're skipping the most important emotional step, neutral. And that's where the real mental pivoting begins. You can't jump from anxious to calm. You can't force happy when you're frustrated. But what you can do is pass through neutral. And that's where the real mental pivoting begins. Okay, so let's talk about the real issue here. Most golfers get mad, we get frustrated on the golf course, and they want to jump instantly to being happy or peaceful or in a good mood. Or we can have doubt and we want to jump instantly to confidence. We can have fear and we want to jump to certainty. We sometimes try to fake positivity on the golf course. I'm good. Everything's fine. It's okay. It's okay. We kind of put whipped cream on how we're feeling. We put this exterior out there for everybody to see. No, I'm okay. I'm not so mad. It's okay. It's okay that my ball went in the water. It's okay. I made an 8. I'm not mad. Right? We deny how we're actually feeling. Sometimes it can be that we think that we're not supposed to have negative emotions, right? Where you watch so much golf on TV and you feel like everybody's really staying just really flatline and I should be flatline out there and that I don't have any emotions. Or you could be that person who just wants to be in a good place, in a good mood all the time. But golf is not the sport for you, for sure, if that's where you want to be. And so we put on this fake smile, but underneath you're seething. Right? We say I'm so annoyed, but I should be calm right now. It's basically emotional gaslighting on yourself. It doesn't work because this is the thing. If your brain doesn't believe the thought, your body won't feel the shift. So you can't BS your brain. Right? I tried lots and lots of times. It just doesn't work. Okay, so what does passing through neutral mean? This is the thing. If you think about your emotions on a spectrum, on a scale, and on the negative side, the not beneficial, the not useful side of the emotions, right? We have angry and pissed and disappointed and frustrated and fear and anxiety. And on the useful side and the beneficial emotions, right, we have calm and motivated, determined and focused and confident and certain, right? If we're going from a negative place and we're getting to a positive place, we have to go through zero or neutral or indifference. That's right in the middle. It's neither negative or positive. It's neither beneficial or not beneficial. And I'm going to argue that in golf, it's beneficial. You can play some decent golf from neutral, for sure. So neutral is not positive, not negative. It's just neutral. You don't need to feel great to play great. Neutral might not feel amazing, but it's more beneficial than being in a negative place. So we have to tick our way up that emotional ladder. And we got to pass through neutral. We can't jump over it. We can't force positivity. We can't force positive emotions. We got to allow ourselves to go through neutral. Doesn't mean you have to stay there, but you got to go through it. So sometimes your biggest win might not be jumping all the way to calm. Your biggest win might be less negative. Your biggest win might be just neutral. So let me show you how this might look on a golf course. So let's say you make a double bogey and you're seething inside. You're super mad. And you know that it doesn't serve you because you've been listening to this podcast and you just know that this isn't a useful place for you to be. So you're like, I'm okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It'll get better. It's definitely going to get better. Things are turning around. I know it. But you don't believe it. You're BSing yourself. It's not useful because the seething is still there. The anger is still there. And so you start smiling on the outside and you'll come and you'll tell me, Kathy, I had all the right words. I said all the right things. I said, I'm going to get over it. It's okay. I have lots of holes left. I can turn it around, but you don't believe it, right? And the way that we know we don't believe it is that we don't get a pulse on it. You can tell if you asked yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, do you really believe what you're saying? And if you don't get it to at least to a 7, then you're BSing your brain. And your body knows that emotion is still in there. That anger is still inside of your body. And what you're doing is you're denying it. You're denying yourself and how you feel. Sometimes we can do this when we judge emotions. Like we think that anger is a bad emotion. Disappointment is a bad emotion. There are no bad emotions. You get them all. They become a problem when you judge them. You try and deny them or you're trying to push them away. You're just going to have to deal with it later at some point. Okay, so you make the double bogey and you're super pissed off and you're trying to get over to a cheerful place, a happier place, a calmer place. Right? It's too big of a leap. You try to jump over neutral. What you can do is like, I made a double bogey. That happens sometimes. I'm not thrilled. I'm going to allow myself to be ticked off for a couple minutes and then I'm going to move on. It is what it is. You got to figure out the words that work for you to get you through neutral before you jump over to being like, that was the best round ever, when it's not the truth. The key is you don't have to pretend you're over it. You're not over the shot. You just want to stop fighting it. Okay, so here's how you practice shifting through neutral. Is the first thing is you want to acknowledge your emotion. If you don't acknowledge it, right, you don't know where you are on that spectrum. You don't know really where you are relative to neutral, because sometimes your best next move is less mad. That's a win. That's moving you up that spectrum of emotions. So first acknowledge what emotion you're experiencing, whether you are frustrated or irritated or shamed or disappointed or embarrassed. And then what's your next best emotion to move to and towards? And it still can be not great, but it's just better than where you were. Then you can look for phrases that help make things neutral. Well, that wasn't so great. I do that sometimes. I can handle it. That's unfortunate. Right? That was a bad break. It is what it is. Okay, my next shot is coming. What do I want to do? It's not worth arguing with reality. I missed the shot. The more vocabulary that you have for yourself to shift towards neutral, the easier this gets. So I want you to come up with as many phrases as you can possibly come up with for yourself that help get you to neutral. From neutral, your mind is going to be open to moving into a more positive, useful emotion. So neutral isn't underperforming as far as emotional maturity or management. It's about owning your emotions and where you are and knowing that this is a great place to be and that I'm moving myself from a negative place to a positive place. And this is where I have to stop sometimes. This is where I need to pause. And I know that being neutral is going to serve me way more than being any one of those unbeneficial, not useful, negative emotions. Okay, my friends. So the next time you have a bad shot and you're noticing that you have a lot of emotions that aren't serving you, don't try and leap all the way over to calm, certain, and confident if it's not something that you believe. Just aim for neutral. That alone can save the rest of that hole and the rest of your round. All right, we're going to call it playing through neutral, moving from negative emotions to positive emotions. Find the phrases that work for you. One of the things that's really useful for me is I stop arguing with reality. I've already hit the shot. It's where it is. The minute I'm complaining about it, I'm wasting time. I'm going to lose, right? It's in the bunker. If I keep complaining about it being in the bunker, mad that my ball is in the bunker, right, nothing is going to change because my ball is in the bunker. So I just have to accept it. So the fastest ways that I get to neutral is I don't argue with reality. And hopefully that can help you too. If you want more tools like this, I break it down every week in the Mental Caddy. I hope you can join me there and the link will be below. All right, have a beautiful week and I'll talk to you next Wednesday. Bye.